Hello everyone, this is Shelby with Shelby Creations. In the process of cleaning up the den for the tour video for the hop, when we were pulling everything out of the closet, when I would get like cards or letters or whatever, I would stick them in one of these photo boxes. And unbeknownst to me, I ended up with 3 of them full. There was a few letters in there, but it was a ton of cards. Now, what do you do with, this is taking up valuable real estate. So what I did was I took all 3 boxes down and I went through it. Some things, I do have one box in the closet that is just scrapbooking stuff, what I want to do, because I do have some scrapbooking albums. But what has come out of these is, when I've gone through it, I have, and most of you that know me know, I'm horrible at making cards. But I do have cards that were not signed, that are still blank, and they were sent that way for a reason, so that you can reuse them. And so I have a ton of cards. I have birthday cards, thinking of you cards, just because cards, and blank ones. So out of the 3 boxes, I've got a nice little stash of cards. Next, let me put these back where I had them. So there goes that. Let me move this out of my way. One of the other things that I have were my daughter Dorothy loves sending letters. And yes, we still write handwritten letters. I've got several ladies that I am pen pals with. One of my dearest friends, we've been writing for, I think it seems like ages. But Dorothy loves writing on stationery. Now this one here she found is double-sided. And I can't really use that inside because of the writing on the back. But what you can do is, let's see, there's another one. Lay it flat and make a copy. Use your printer, but be very careful. Don't set this in here right off the bat and put down for 5, 6, 7 copies. Do a test copy first, and I'm going to show you why. This was my test copy. See how far down before it actually clicked in? So then I made another one. And yes, it does have the border around it, but we've got paper trimmers. That's why we have paper trimmers. So this is where I usually keep the resolution. I'm trying to, there is a shadow from where my camera is because my light's behind it. But let me see if I turn on this light. All right, that does a little bit better. This is the way I usually keep it. On the density tab is right in the middle, and that's where this will take it. If I go 2 notches over to the darker side, I get one that's, let me see. Yeah. All right. So I did make 2 copies of this. This is where, when it gets a little darker, 2 notches over. Yes, I can still see the fold lines, but I don't care. But the colors are a little bit darker, not much. But now I've got paper to play with. I'm not getting rid of this because now I've got a smaller one. So I can use these. See, I have, that one's got a letter on the back, that one's got this on the back. So I'm keeping one as my one is my main one, so that I can make copies out of. My words are failing me this morning. Now, out of the other ones, what I have done is I cut them up. I'll cut out the butterfly on this side. I'm going to come around here and I'm going to cut out the butterfly on this side. And then later I can come back in here and fussy cut those out. Now I've got a 2-inch hole punch. So I can come right in here with that. Position the flower if you want it centered or whatever. There goes one there. This one here. And I bring that end right there where the paper, edge of the paper is, right to the very edge of the punch and punch it out. I see which ones. And you can pick and choose, you know, look at your different sides. I've got plenty of those. Let's do this one here. You position your flower however you want it. And then the last corner down here, move this over. Now see, there is writing there. So I'm going to take it on this side. Because I love the black and white with just a touch of that yellow at the edge. And there we go. So out of that one piece of paper, I now have 2 butterflies to fussy cut and 4 circles. Yes, there was a bend in that, but when you glue it, you know, that bend's going to disappear. And if you get a little writing closer to the edge, you can always ink that edge so that it doesn't show. All right, so there was one page. Out of the rest of them, the other letters, there goes 2 butterflies. And see this one here, I let the edge of the paper fall there, so I can use that on the side of a paper. Now this does have the writing on the back, but once you glue that down, and you can fussy cut across the top, you can round your corners, glue that straight down, nobody's going to know that there's writing on the back. So I have that one. And there's one of the butterflies that I did fussy cut out. There's that. And then I have more. And more. And this one is just the edge of the paper because I may want to use that edge on something. So I just trim it. So that was out of what, 4 letters? Now what else was in the box? And I've gone through these. Remember this, I've got to repair that. This is what I cut up from all those cards. This one was a card and it came apart and it did have a signature, but I can come in here and put the background piece and then glue that back down and I've got another card. This was the front of one. I can use that either gluing it straight down on the inside of a cover or making a tag out of it. I have fussy cuts from the back of envelopes. And in one of them, someone had sent me die cuts. If I had not gone through, see that little tip bent a little bit from being in here, but it can be glued straight. I would have forgotten all about these. So now I have die cuts. I have the fronts of cards that I can turn into tags or pockets. I mean, beautiful hummingbirds. Here goes the front of another card. Yes, it is written on the back, but you can decoupage on the back and that would make a lovely tag. You know, all these things and stamps from the envelopes. All of these from the cards, and see there's more of those there. I cut out the butterfly and there's another little butterfly. There's more of those. More die cuts. This was on the top of piece of stationery. I'm sorry. So I fussy cut that out. That would go great, you know, on anything. These were on the cover of a card. And I think there's 2 more of those in here. So see all the things I've gotten just from repurposing some cards that were in a box sitting in my closet doing nothing. This was part of, I think, a swap I did years ago. And they've got little pinwheels in them. I mean, these are adorable. These would go great in little journals. So there's those. There's another stamp from the International Postage from the Netherlands. A shaker card. And all the person did here was use the double-sided foam tape. There's like 2 layers of that. And she just put jump rings in the middle. How simple is that? And there's a little wire that it hangs from. Here's another card that there's brads, there's the skeleton leaves. And yes, this is from my sister Kathy. But yeah, I'm going to reuse these. Because I can't even find skeleton leaves no more. So yeah, those are going in my stash. There's another little tag that someone had sent me. It has a resin rose and a little butterfly. Almost like what the back of a snap would be is in there. But isn't that adorable? I can see that as a dangle on the back of a journal. So I've got those. There's another butterfly. This was on the inside of a card. I think that was, yeah, that was from one of my birthday cards. And I'm going to set this one aside. It was a joke card that was given to me, which I think is funny, but it may offend others, so it'll go over there for right now. You can cut out pieces from the card. What was this? I don't know, this just, oh, I think this came off of packaging of some sort. I'm not sure, but thinking of you, it's like a little postcard. Tell me that. I mean, you can see where the glue tape was, but I can put washi tape down there. How cute is that? All of this from, you know, several boxes of cards that have been sitting there for eons. Now this one, I did separate it because yes, it was a card, but it's got the clear photo corners on it, and this fits right inside there, and then the 2 down here. But I thought that was amazing, so I can trim this off and actually put that in a journal. Yeah, there's more stamps. That would be gorgeous as a tag. And so what if there's, yeah, writing on the back? You can collage on the back. Sayings that was put in it. Gentle words, quiet words are after all the most powerful words, by Georgie Woodbury. That is so true. Little quips from comics. Cutouts from other stationery. That came off of a card. It was, you know, it's a handmade card, so it was just on there. But look how simple that is, but yet it is so pretty. Something I just fussy cut off of one. More fussy cutting. And of course, More stamps. These are the older stamps. They're not the peel and stick ones. So if you have older stamps and you want to get the paper off of them, and this is like the modern day stamps where you can actually peel them up because they've got like the doubles, like the sticky stuff on the back, the sticker stuff. These do not. These were the old lick and stick stamps. Simply put them in some warm water. It's not going to hurt the stamps. It will dissolve the glue. You let them sit there for a little bit. It'll dissolve the glue, and then that paper will fall off. It may take you several minutes, 30 minutes, whatever, but just leave them in there. It's not going to hurt the stamps, and the paper will come off of that. But other things that I found that were from swaps, and I forgot about it. Beautiful minds create beautiful art. Isn't that so true? And a simple waterfall tag. Love that. This is the bag I was going to put them in. A card that had a simple drawing on it. A Barbara McMurray animal picture. Love that. Yeah, and all of this, like I said, came from 3 boxes of cards. That's going to make a beautiful tag. That I like. And then I found a whole bag of Digicuts. And things that I had forgot I had. Cards that I had forgot I had. Swaps I forgot I had. All in these 3 boxes. So take a look around, because these are now wonderful supplies to play with. And if you come across, let's say you come across something that, yeah, I think these are adorable, that you're not going to use, pass them on to someone else in Happy Mail. Don't just throw them away. Pass them on. Let the joy go to someone else if it's something that you know is not your taste or something you're not going to use. Because that little bit of joy that somebody receives could be the only smile they have that day. So, and that's why I like to send out Happy Mail, because it's not because I'm doing it to get rid of things. It's because I'm doing it to bring a smile to someone. Make their day just a little bit brighter. Let them know someone's thinking about them. Like I said, it may be their only smile that day, or it could be the first smile they get that day. But either way, it is something positive. So this is what I had in my boxes. Oh, one more thing while I'm thinking about it. My daughter-in-law, Victoria, got this little tin that had hand cream in it. And in the bottom of the tin, it had like a backer board. That is what was in the bottom. Look how gorgeous that is. Over here in the light. Isn't that simply gorgeous? So I'm going to stick that in here because this is all stuff I can play with. But before I can do that, I have to find a home for it, which means it will probably go in the Pull Me box. So for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, my video that came out yesterday was part of a hop. There was 5 of us. Other than myself, there was Charlotte Peterson, Brenda Clark at The Simple Crafter, Jones, Junk Journals and More, Joan Chiflet, and then Teresa Conway Hayes, I think is her name. Anyway, wonderful, wonderful ladies, very creative. We all shared our craft spaces to inspire everyone as to what you can do to make a little area of your own. Organization, as far as my space, I put things where they fit. The only organization I personally have is the things I reach for on a day-to-day basis are within arm's length. If it's something I don't reach for, but maybe once a week, it's a little bit further out. And then the other stuff is stored accordingly. Because my space is only 6 by 8, and then I have a closet. But then, and yes, it's in the corner of a den, but my daughter-in-law is on that side, my son is behind me, and in the other area, the other fourth of it, is our snack and tea area, our little cafeteria, our little tea shop, as you may. But check out the other ladies. I mean, wonderful ladies, wonderful organization ideas, but what we've all done is we've taken a little bit of space and made it ours to craft. It's our happy space. So please go and check them out if you haven't already. And remember, tomorrow's the first of the month, so we have our monthly horoscope journal page to do. And until then, check out those boxes that you've got cards and letters and stuff stored in, and see what you can find that you can play with instead of just having it collect dust or end up throwing away. So until tomorrow, bye guys.